What are some of the common mistakes you see the startups make when they're raising capital?
Great question. Actually teach a session at UCLA on Pitching 101, and I have this slide in my deck that pops up several times, which is don't lie. Founders sometimes like to, maybe not lie, but
Is
exaggerate.
it like, okay, I was like, I typically picture it as like they're elaborating and,
Yeah,
making it sound a lot better than it is.
exactly. Or sugarcoat things that aren't necessarily as good as you are making them out to be. Oftentimes you need to get the hook, right? You need to wow an investor, and then they're going to diligence you. And if they uncover something that you have said is either disingenuous or not 100% accurate, it's just a no. VCs are trying to get to a no as quickly as humanly possible so that they can go diligence their next deal. And if you give them, that's the lowest hanging fruit, and it happens all the time. Founders are just trying to be a little bit deceivious or disingenuous, I should say, mischievous, whatever the word is I'm trying to
Right.
use, uh, to get VCs to write the check. So that's number one. Number two, I mentioned debt equity. Messy cap tables is another easy reason that VCs will skip on a deal. Even if it's a great company or a great founder, oftentimes they don't want to deal with the headache, the legal legwork it's going to take to clean up a cap table. You're oftentimes going to have to buy out somebody to clean up the cap table. It's just kind of an annoying thing to see. And if you do have debt equity, it's smart to either chat with a legal partner. We do this type of work all the time to figure out how to clean it up, what you can do to be more attractive in that regard. Those are two kind of easy ones that are oftentimes overlooked, but I think I like to nail those on the head as hard as possible.
And I mean, would you say VC and that they would be similar? We have clients and folks that get funding, right? Whether that's grants or win RFPs through the government, and immediately, which, like you said, with you guys want to see growth, but immediately growth to them is hiring more people. Well,
Yeah.
you've got, we've had consortiums that we started, and we did it with 3 people, and then when they grew into different funding and different organizations took them over, they wanted 12. And so to us, we're like, hey, the government sees you were operating in using that money more towards the public when you had 3 people versus 12, but do they see that we know you need growth, but that always doesn't mean making your team bigger?
No, agreed. It does. It is kind of a hard equation to really figure out. How, when you raise capital and you tell an investor your use of funds, oftentimes it does include, I'm going to hire, a head of engineering or a head of sales. But what does it actually look like? And should you hire a CMO, right, versus a junior salesperson that can make all the calls that you're unable to make because you're too busy doing other things? Should you hire a head of engineering versus a junior engineer? There are hard decisions that founders need to make that can make or break. Or should you hire someone who's going to, be an AI expert that can unlock all of these amazing capabilities that AI has allowed companies to achieve, or to like circumvent hiring talent? I do think it's an interesting time right now when you think about how companies are able to leverage new technology to get around some of these more mundane analyst type roles that exist to companies.
Yep.
And the growth at all costs, as I mentioned kind of earlier, is kind of in a bygone era in today's market. So it's a lot more strategic. Why did you hire this person?